Welcome back everyone. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a custom connector from scratch for your Power App or Power Automate flow. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and enjoy. Now the use case that we're going to be looking at is how to convert from SEK amount to either euros or dollars. So if we input 100 SEK here and convert, it will give us the dollar amount or the euro amount, and we will be building the custom connector to help us do this. Now the API that we're going to be using in our custom connector is Currency API, which you can, by the way, subscribe to for free for up to 300 API requests per month. Here in the request playground, which by the way, you will find in most APIs, no matter what kind of custom connector that you're building, we have a couple of different things. First off, we have our API key, which is basically the key that you use to connect to the API service. You have a request URL, and then in this specific case, we have the endpoints being the base currency, and then the other currencies that we're going to be converting to. So to give it a test, we are going to convert from dollar just to euro in this case, and then we click on send, and here we see that we get a response in JSON format with the last updated at, which is a date and time. We have the code, which is euro, and then we have the value of what $1 costs in euros. So to build our custom connector, we're going to navigate back to the Maker Studio, which is make.powerapps.com, and then we're going to click on custom connectors. If you cannot find custom connectors in this list, simply click on more, and then it should be here. But if it's not here, then just click on Discover All, scroll down, and then you will find custom connectors here. Go ahead and click on New Custom Connector, and then we're going to be creating one from blank. Let's call it Currency Converter, and then click on Continue. Now in the general menu, you don't have to worry about any of those things. We won't really be needing them. In the schema, choose HTTPS, and for the host, well, if you look back on the request playground, we see that it's api.currencyapi.com. So we just go ahead and copy that part and insert it here. Base URL can stay like this, and make sure it's HTTPS, not HTTP, since it is an HTTPS connection. Next, go to security. For authentication, we're choosing API key. The parameter label can be called API key. For the parameter name, we can also call this API key, small letters. And where is the API key located? Well, it's going to be in the header. So let's leave it on header. Here, we're going to create the action, or basically the function that we're going to be using inside of our app. So go ahead and create a new action. Let's call this get currency prices. Description field can be empty. And for the operation ID, we can also call this get currency prices. For the visibility, we can leave this on none. And for the request, we're going to go back to the request playground. And before we copy this URL, let's make sure that we have the currencies that we want to actually work with in the base currency and currencies first. So I chose SEK here, and then we have the euro. Then when we click on send, then we can copy, go back here, import from sample, paste in the URL, click on get, and import. Done. First off, for the API key, go ahead and edit the API key. And here we can add the actual API key as the default value, so we don't have to input it every time we use the function in the Power App. Back here, copy the key, paste it in. Is this required? No. We can keep it like that for now. Click on back. For the response, click on the response, import from sample. And then here, let's paste in the JSON body response that we have. Copy, paste, import. Done. Go back. Validation succeeded. Fantastic. Next, click on Create Connector. Wait until it's done. Now it's finished. Go to Test, New Connection, enter the API key, create. Done. Now from here, we can see that we have our connector, currency converter. So let's just go back to custom connectors, go in our connector again, go to test. And then here, let's try out with SEK as the base currency and then euro. Click on test operation and it worked. And we can see that it's the same response that we have when we do SEK to euro here. Now, the last thing that we need to do is to test out our currency connector. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add our connector. Click on data, add data, search for currency, and add the currency converter. Next, go ahead and add one input field and then one drop-down menu. Also add two text labels And what we're going to do is we're going to place them out like this. Now, basically what we have here is we have our input field where we're going to add the sum of SEK that we're going to then convert to another currency. In the drop-down sample here, I'm just going to go ahead and add euro. And then we have the convert button, which is basically the button that we're going to click on to convert euros. And then here's where we're going to see the converted amount. Now, to make the conversion happen in the onSelect function, go ahead and create a new variable called current euro price. And we are going to set the value of this variable to euros using our currency converter. So let's call on our currency converter, click on the dot, and then we get our function, get currency prices, open the brackets, and then we can see here the three inputs that it's asking us for: API key, base currency, and currencies. Now remember that we added the API key already, so you don't have to provide this. Instead, we're just going to focus on the base currency, and for currencies, let's write euro. And there we have our variable. Now what we're going to do next is basically create something called currency label value, which looks like this. And this is the value that's going to contain basically the amount that we add here converted to euros. So currency label value equals to current euro price, our variable from up here, dot data, dot euro, dot value. And by the way, dot data, dot euro, dot value, this is the exact same data that we have from the playground, or rather from the response. Dot data, dot euro, and then we want the value times the value of the text that we want to input here, which looks like this. Let's close it up, and basically we are now done. So now let's go ahead and add the currency label value as the default value for this text label, like this. And then let's try out our app. Let's convert 100 SEK, 8.68 euros. Now, if you remember in the example I showed you earlier, I only showed 2 decimals. To do that, simply go back to the text label and then use the round up function, which looks like this. And you can see here that it's now showing it with only 2 decimals. And that is it. That is how you build a custom connector which converts one currency to another. And that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button for the algorithm and make sure to subscribe to see more videos like these. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.